get a big paycheck by doing some job that gets me a lot of money. Like whatever the intentions are, there's a different way of making it, I think, today that they aren't quite sold on or convinced by. And so maybe it's just the hard choice of, like, I'm not sure if this is your story, but you maybe left early so that you could try and make your fortunes, right? And try to prove yourself. The real challenge, I would say, Eeyad, is how not to still live under their expectations. If you've left, you've left. Do you know what I'm saying? And now it's like, how do I actually make it work for me? And the hardest part is sometimes like gaining that independence from expectations. That's a tough one to beat. Gaining the freedom to say, I don't care what people say or what their judgment of me is, because I am very clear on what my agenda is. And I'm going to pursue it. Even if I fail, I'm going to keep on working at it and tune out all the voices that will mock you or say, I told you so, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the challenging thing. You are far younger than I was when I left home the first time. And I think I have a high level of admiration for those who can do that, you know, because they're very clear on why they're leaving and what they're trying to do. It's a scary thing, I think, you know. Especially to move halfway around the world. That's huge. It takes guts, doesn't it? Because you're facing the unknown. Biggest
speed and red light camera in 300 meters. Speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour.
Who would you say are your biggest influential voices that you listen to now, that kind of give you some help or insight or ideas?
I usually read books.
Yeah.
A lot of books.
Nice.
And sometimes I watch like videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
It depends. Most of the times I'm not gonna be in the mood to watch lots of say like an older person explaining like experiences in life and all that.
Yeah.
I would watch like a guy who's like kind of my age talking about how he dropped out of college.
Yeah.
Like this, that, like just talking about like how he lived his life.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like learn from him. Like this guy, he dropped out of college. Everyone was like, why did you do that? This, that, this.
Yeah.
And now he makes YouTube and just makes a lot of money because he does something where he likes, you know.
Sure enough. Yeah. From my observation, the biggest way that some people struggle that way, when they see those kind of stories that are inspiring, they say, wow, that's amazing. But the challenging part is to be able to remember that it takes hard work, right? On the one hand, it's nice to watch these great stories that are inspiring. But the other challenge is, what do I have to do? Like, what hard work do I have to put in to know my art really well, to know my craft, you know, and become the best at it? That's the challenge there. One of the voices that I have found really inspiring, and inspiring in a way that it's helped me get to a point of action, is Gary V. If you've ever heard of his name. So Gary V.
Ah, wait, is he the short guy?
He's kind of shortish, like, yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk. Anyway, I commend him to you, or I encourage you to consider his voice by way of.
Yeah, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I know, I see him everywhere.
What I appreciate about his contributions are that I think in a good sense, he's really trying to help others move ahead in their plans and goals with insights of here's where to start, here's how to maybe think about it. So I've appreciated his encouragement in my own experience. So yeah, if you ever checked him out.
I've seen him before.
You have, eh?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing that we live in a time when we can have these options, right? You can watch videos on YouTube, like you were saying. You can listen to podcasts or read books or have access to resources like books, right? Just because, I don't know if I would have gotten this far without this accessibility to resources. And so you really can make your fortune. Man, today it's so windy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man. You can just hear it. It's days like this that I'm thankful to have an inside job instead of work outdoors. Your job for the most part is inside, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Never go home.
Which is pretty epic because in the wintertime it can get brutal. So yeah, that's nice. Eeyad, when you moved from New York to Calgary, why did you move from there to here?
I actually moved from New York to Montreal.
To Montreal, okay.
For like 5 months, then
Yeah.
I came here.
Okay. And like, what were the reasons that went through your mind to say, here's why I wanted to make these moves?
It was just basically because New York was really expensive.
Okay.
And in Canada, if I come here, I can just become a Canadian in like 3 years.
Yeah.
The US, I'm never gonna get that. Yeah.
I see. If you could choose the place you would settle down in, if all the options were available, is there a place you'd be like, this is where I'd love to be?
I would say in New York, obviously.
New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
It was a good time.
yeah, and it's exciting life. And you can just do anything you want, and no one is like no one cares. Like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna look at you.
Yeah.
Everyone's just looking at their phone.
On their phone?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Either at their phone with their friends, like some paper, whatever. But no one is gonna look at you.
Gotcha.
You could like start screaming in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be like, "Sir, you gotta come here." No one gives a fuck.
Really?
Like, everyone's walking, minding their own business.
Yeah.
You do you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can see a lot of crackheads
Yeah.
like acting like they're gonna suicide.
Really?
Like in the subway, they would jump right in front of the train,
Yeah.
before it comes. And they're like, "I'm gonna kill myself." No one cares. A good person, I wouldn't say like he is a good person, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean like everyone else is a bad person.
Yeah.
But that person would come and give him like $5.
Yeah.
The crackhead would like just goes back in, you know.
Uh-huh.
Just gotta give them money. That's it.
So they're more so just looking for attention.
Yeah, it's just money. They're not gonna actually kill themselves.
And the attention is not easy to get because no one cares.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But if they like threat to suicide,
Yeah.
we'll give them money.
Huh.
People will be like, if he kills himself, the train will have to stop. I won't go to work. I'll be late,
Inconvenience.
so let me just give him $5.
Oh. Interesting. That's so bizarre. I'm often interested in hearing why there's differences between social dynamics within a smaller city or a really large city, right? Because there's somehow like some significant differences that I've heard about. People bigger city, when they come to a smaller city, will say things like, "Oh, you guys are so nice here. Everyone says hi to each other." And then when people from the small city go to the big city, they say,
Yeah, it's so mean.
"No one talks to me," or says hello, or everyone's suspicious, or.
But it's a good thing. Like in New York, everyone is just straight up honest.
Really?
It could be mean, but like if they want to say something, they would say it to your face. They don't care.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone's living their own lives,
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people lack that, because a lot of people like live like a part of another person's life,
Yeah.
So they can't do anything unless they're with that person or with that group of people. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's
for
fine,
sure.
just go by yourself, have fun.
Yeah.
You meet new people.
Question for you, Eeyad. When I'm not driving my Uber,
Yeah.
I post videos on YouTube, basically around how I connect with people, have conversations.
Yeah.
Some conversations I'm like, I would love to share this with my followers, but I never do it without permission. It's really important for permission, and
But
so
yeah.
I would love to ask if you're